Hi, my name is Linda Miner, and in this video I'm going to be explaining how you register a new member in Jeunesse Global. So the first thing you want to do is go to the website of the person who's going to be the sponsor of the person who is registering. So in this case, we have lindaminer.jeunesseglobal.com, but whoever the person who's going to be their sponsor, their username should be just in front of the .jeunesseglobal. So if it's your name, samsmith.jeunesseglobal.com, that's what you would put there. Then you would come over to here where it says Join Now and click that button. Now we're going to select our region. Let me just make the screen larger here so everybody can see it really well. So the region list is all the countries that we are currently open in, and you can see that it is a very long list indeed. So you choose the country. I'm from Canada, so that's the country that I'm going to choose. And if you need to, you can change the language at this point to a different language if the person needs that, or I'm just going to keep it in English. Here are the terms and conditions, the Jeunesse compensation plan, the Jeunesse policies and procedure, the distributor agreement terms and conditions. Those are things that should all be read by the new member. And then we click on I agree and then continue. And now we're going to land on the page where we're going to start to input the information of the new person. So first of all, again, we can change the language if necessary here. I'll just show you what happens if I change this to be Chinese. The page automatically loads and changes it to Chinese. So I will change it again back to English. And you should see the name of the sponsor. So in this case, the sponsor is my name, Linda Miner, and the sponsor ID. And the last name of the person who was the last one that you registered is always going to show up in this box. This is where we need to put the username. So just like mine is Linda Miner with no spaces, that could be your name. So you can have it capitalized if you want to or not. I'm putting in Sam Smith. Let's see if that's available. Yes, that is available. If it's a name, for example, if I try to put in Linda Miner, it's going to say it's not available because clearly I'm already using that, and the site website URL has to be unique to the person. So if somebody does have the name Linda Miner, they could try doing that, and that would work. Then we're going to create a password. Please choose a password that is not something that you use for your banking or for anything else, because you may need to give your password to your upline to help you make changes in your back office. So choose something really simple. Choosing a last name is an easy thing for everyone to remember. Then you're going to put in the contact information. We don't need to include a company name unless you're going to use your corporate name for this, but if you do that, you have to submit documents to Jeunesse. The display name is the name that will appear on your Jeunesse website when you open it up. And I can show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, so what we can do is come over to my Jeunesse website and see how it says here, presented by Linda Miner, with my phone number and my email address. So if you don't want your name appearing here, then you need to change that to be something else in this box here, display name. Check name is the name that's going to be on the check for the money that is coming to you from the corporation. So make sure that check name is what is the name on your bank account. Then put your birthday. I wasn't really born in 1912, but that's the number that popped up. Your SIN number is your government identification number. This should be a 9-digit number for most people. Depending on the country that you are from, it usually is a 9-digit number. A co-applicant would be a husband or wife or a partner if you want to do that. It is not necessary to put anything in this box. Email. That is necessary to fill in. Oops, me@me.com. I'm just making that up. Phone, again, it needs to be a 9-digit, or well, I shouldn't say 9-digit, whatever your phone number length is, including your area code, but no dashes. Now, you don't need to include both a phone number and cell phone number. You can just include one of those. So now we're going to fill in, see, the first name goes in the first box, second name goes in the second box. And then we're just going to put in an address. Now, if you live in an apartment or unit number, I suggest that you put it on this line. Either you can put apartment 3, unit 3. If you put it on a separate line, that helps the post office to figure out where you are. Your city, and then in Canada, it's populating with the provinces automatically, and then your postal code. Now in Canada, we use a postal code that looks like this. But other countries use different types of codes. If you're in a country where you don't think that you have a code, for example, some of the African countries, there doesn't seem to be a postal code system used. If you don't put something in this box, the system is going to reject it. So try maybe just putting in a series of 5 or 6 numbers, and then you should be okay. If you know that you do not use postal codes in your country, then that's fine. Shipping, the same as mailing. If I click this box, it's automatically going to populate here with exactly the same thing as above. If I want it shipped to a different address, then I'm going to have that filled in. So you could have it shipped to your office, to your neighbor, to your mom, to someone else if you want to do that. Everybody gets the starter kit to begin with. In Canada, the starter kit is $29.95. Check with your country to make sure on the pricing. There can be a little bit of a difference there, but it's usually about this range. In the US right now, it's $49.95, but that's because they have a whole different package that is included with the $49.95, which includes a USB and a flip chart and some other product information, and that has not rolled out to the rest of the world yet, but hopefully will soon. Then we come to the sign-up packages, and if you want to see what's in them, you just click on the View Description button. The Ambassador package is the best one for business builders, people who are really serious about wanting to do the business. If you can't afford that, then look at this Ambassador package, which includes everything. As in Canada, this is again including some of the products. It's called an import card here because in Canada, these are considered import products. Again, every country is going to be different in terms of the products that they are including in their packages. So check carefully. Just because you live in the United States, don't assume that the packages will be the same for Canada, and if you live in Canada, don't assume they'll be the same in England, and if you live in England, etc. Every country is different for the packages that they have, and every country is different for the products that they're carrying because it comes down to the regulations of the government within that country. This is my favorite package, the jumbo package, because it includes 2 of everything, so you can get started using the product for yourself and then start sharing with other people right away, even selling some of the product. This offers 1 of everything, 2 of a couple of things, so that's a really good product here. If you really can't afford those packages, you can get the basic pack, and if you want, and in Canada now we have a new Luminous pack. Again, check the packages within your country. So these 2 are both $1.99, but they do have different products in them. And if none of those make you happy, then you can click on the Create a Pack and come down here and choose the products you want yourself. Let's say you just want 3 bottles of serum. That's fine. What you want to do, however, is make sure that you're getting more than 100 points in your initial package. In fact, if you do a Create a Pack and you do it with less than 100 points, like this, if it only comes up to 78 points, when you get to the end of the application, it's going to tell you that you need to have a package that's worth 100 points. And that's because 100 points is what's needed to be activated in the business. Next thing is the auto ship. It's extremely important to be on auto ship. If you're not on auto ship, you're not in business. So if the person signing up is just going to be a customer, then you can change this to say, do not wish to sign up for auto ship. However, if the person is wanting to make money and wanting to do a business, then they need to be on auto ship. It is like paying rent, and it is tax deductible. So is your initial starter package, by the way. Those are tax deductible because you're in business. Most people choose to have the cellular rejuvenation serum as their auto ship product or the reserve. Both of these are worth 60 points, and that's how many points you need to stay qualified on a monthly basis. So you don't need to choose both of these. You can choose one or the other. But those are the best ones, but you can change your auto ship every month. So if next month you decide that you need to have a night repair and a mask, you can do that as well, but you'll change that in your back office. But if that's what you want to have on a regular basis, that's fine. Just make sure it adds up to 60 points. Then you're going to come down to the bottom here and click on Complete Sign Up. Now, I'm not going to do this because I haven't input the information properly, but what this is going to do is take you to the page where you're going to see the final price, including tax, if applicable, where you live, and the shipping cost. Then you are going to enter your billing information, including your billing address and your credit card number or wire, if you're choosing to pay by wire, or whatever way that you are planning to pay for this. And then you will receive an invoice that shows that you have completed the sign up. You will then, the person who has registered will then receive an email in their back office from Jeunesse Global giving them the information that is needed to be able to log in. So the username that you created at the beginning, let's just scroll back up to the top here. Okay, the username that you created at the beginning and the password is what will be used when you come to your Jeunesse Global page. You'll have your own identity up here, your username. Again, mine is Linda Miner. And when you click on Back Office, the username you will use is the one that you created and the password that you created. And then you can click on Login. Okay, so that is how you register a new member in Jeunesse.